Here we are, walking my two dogs on a Saturday morning, and stopped into the woods and just read a few messages from my Facebook page, rather, not my Facebook page, sorry, my YouTube channel. And apparently I'm a control freak. Well, I can see where they're coming from. It probably looks like that watching videos, because really you're only getting one side of the argument. But what they don't see is the trouble them guys cause me. Now, and we've got to remember what the trip were about. That trip started me going to see my friend in Spain. And it's been planned for a long time, and I've done it twice before and always had a good time. And I was prepared to actually go on my own. And what I was going to do is I was going to camp. But before I went, the first time, Jim, who was a member of our group, says, "I'd like to come with you." So I'm like, yeah, alright, no worries, mate. Worry me a little bit, because like I say, you don't really know people till you spend a bit of time with them. So I asked my other friend, my best mate, Len, I says, "Do you think I'll get on with you?" He says, "Yeah, you'll be fine with him." So anyway, as it turns out, we went. Brilliant trip. Jim come home and said he wasn't the best tours he'd ever been on. He'd been over there loads of times and I really not bothered over years. So obviously then we're posting a lot of videos and pictures and there's group pages and what have you. And then all the members of the group all see this and they all think, "Oh, that looks brilliant, that looks really good, that." So we got a few requests by a few members of the group saying, could they come with us next time we go? Now I'm a little bit dubious about this, but I said, yeah, alright, yeah, you can come, but this is what we're doing. We're going to see my friend. So that's what the whole trip's about. Bella, the kids on bikes, dogs chasing them. Anyway, so I said, yeah, you can come. It worried me a little bit, the fact that, you know, it's what I do. I am a little bit set in my ways, and anyway, so we went. And this is where the problem started, because prior to going, I allowed them to make decisions, which really I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have allowed them to make any decisions regards where we went, what we did, blah, blah, blah. The trip idea is I'm going to see my friend, and if I can get 2 weeks of really nice biking on a really nice road, brilliant. But the dog's absolutely loving it. Come on, Bella, let's go. Yeah, so the time came and went, and we set off. And then what I did do is I did allow them to say, look, you know, can we go here, can we go? And yeah, as long as it didn't interfere with the actual getting there, because we literally only have, once we get off at boat on the other side, we only have 5 days to get to the hotel, because the only hotels we book is the first night and the ones down at Manilva. And we stay there for a couple of days, so it's normally 3 nights we stay at that hotel. But that was pre-booked. And I got a special discount on that as well for everybody, because that's the hotel we use all the time, and my friend only lives just around the corner from it. Anyway, so, but on the way down, I says to him, look, if you want to lead, you can lead. You know, you can plan route, you can book the hotels, you do what you want, but this is the way we need to go, this is where we need to do, this is the direction we need to go, because, you know, we don't want to sit on motorways, we want to sit on back some nice roads. Doing it before, obviously knowing what direction we needed to go and how much distance we needed to do each day to make it down to Manilva for Friday evening. Well, on the way down, the problem started. We were saying to Jim, right, come on, let's go, let's make tracks, we need to make a move. And they were stood there with the gear off. And I've got more gear to put on than any of them. I've got all my cameras to sort out and stuff like that. But I'd be sat on bike with engine running. Jim would be sat on his bike with his engine running. Brian normally sat on his bike with his engine running. But Stuart and Ash was the main one, would stand there, just take his time. It was almost as if he was saying, you're not telling me what to do, which is fine. If that's what you want to do, then go on your own trip. Go and do your own thing, which is what should have happened from day one. They should have gone and done their own thing. That would have saved any problems, because at the end of the day, there were 2 weeks of me and my friend travelling over there, going to see my friend, and they absolutely ruined the rest of it. Anyway, so that's me moaning about it and giving you a bit of insight. So if me moaning about them and blah 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 is me being a control freak, then yeah, I am. I'm a control freak. Definitely when it comes to my holiday that's cost me money and they've come as a guest. You're as a guest on my trip. If it was a trip that was pre-organised and paid for, blah blah blah, then yeah, you have to do what these guys want to do. But it wasn't. It was a trip for me to go and see my friend that I've done before, and they came as guests. So the big mistake I made was allowing them to actually make decisions. Never again. In fact, I did tell them that I'd never take them again. I'm glad, because Brian was saying to me, oh, we've had a really good trip, we've enjoyed it. I said, I'm glad you have, Brian. I'm really glad you have, all of you. He says, but you won't be coming with me again. Oh, why is that? I says, because you've ruined it. You've absolutely ruined my trip. You came as guests, but you've put borders up. You've not done anything that I asked you to do. And I've overlooked it. But it's got to the stage now where I can't overlook it anymore. You've absolutely ruined my trip. You'll never come again. Oh, so I'm sorry you feel like that. I said, well, that's exactly how I feel. But you've been now. You've done it. You know the score. You know what to do. So maybe you can come on your own next time and do your own thing, and nobody else to please. So that's where we stand on it. So if me moaning about them ruining my bike trip to see my friend is me being a control freak, then yeah, I am. I'm a control freak. There you go. Enough said. Right, I'm going back to walking my dogs. See you later. Anyway, all that aside, I keep saying don't I? Not supposed to do that on videos. I'll have to edit that bit out. Anyway, all that aside, gives me the opportunity to have a chat. You can probably see me for the first time in real life. I've got some videos coming up in October. Well, not in October, from the October trip when me and Jim went back. And it was best trip ever. Absolutely brilliant. Even Jim said it was the best trip we've ever done. It was amazing. Calls it a Carlsberg tour. If Carlsberg did tours, that were it. Anyway, it was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And just goes to show how these trips can go. The group we have at home is mostly BMW riders, GSAs, blah blah blah, but we do have other members, about 15 of us, and we ride out quite regular, a couple of times a week. We do tours around England and Wales and Scotland and what have you. The guys that came with me last time who caused the trouble were actually in this group, and if you want to come back and have a look at my October trip, hopefully that'll look a lot better and I won't be doing any moaning. There's more fun and enjoyment in that trip. Me and Jim having a bit of banter, and he calls me the dog whisperer because everywhere I go I seem to attract dogs, and I love them, and cats as well. We've got some videos on that. I am learning and getting better at this recording. Like, I've bought more microphones to make the audio better, because I have had a few comments where my audio is a little bit too low, and I have noticed when I put it actually onto the internet and watch it on TV, the audio is quite low, but coming through my PC and my headphones, it sounds quite loud. So I've studied it, and I think I've nailed it now. But I am going to start putting some microphones, one under the back seat, that'll link to one of my cameras. I have 4 cameras in total running on bike at any one time. And what I'll do is I'll disable the onboard recording, audio recording that is, and just have it coming out of the speakers. So the one that goes on my helmet will be linked to my one inside my helmet, the new DJI Mic Mini. I'll have the Mic Mini under the back seat recording, I'm at that again, look, recording the engine, the sound of the engine and the exhaust. Then I'll disable the recording of the audio on all the other devices, because I think that's where a lot of my problems are coming from. So try that on my next trip, see how it goes. I've also got myself one of them Deity. It's like a sync, a time code syncer, that's what it is. And what you do is you set the time code on it and you plug it in to all your devices, and it sets the same time on all your devices. That's if your device supports it, which most of my cameras fortunately does. And then you set the time code on the devices, and then when you come into post-edit in the editing studio, which I use DaVinci Resolve, absolutely brilliant bit of kit, by the way. You can just link it all together with a time code. It's amazing. Why didn't I think of that before? Because it takes me hours to sort these videos out and link all together. Because obviously when you trigger your cameras to start, they don't all start at the same time. So you've got to link all the audio up. Oh man, it's a nightmare. Tell you, it's an absolute bloody nightmare. But with this new time code thing, this Deity, I'll put a link on for that and show you a review about that and how you do it. That will put this timestamp in all the videos. Then all I have to do is import all them into DaVinci Resolve. Tell DaVinci Resolve which camera's which. Basically give it a name. And then DaVinci Resolve will sort the rest out. Makes life a lot easier. I watch videos on YouTube and it's absolutely amazing. So I'll keep you up to date on that and see how that goes. Right, I'm going to get off on now because I'm ready for a coffee. Or another one. Standing joke that after Spain with them. Right, so and I'll speak to you later, and I'm nice talking to you, and maybe it weren't such a bad thing that this guy called me a control freak, because he's given me a chance to have a chat with you guys, and you can see who you're actually talking to, not just looking at somebody sat on the bike with an helmet on. That's another thing. I know I said I will go in, but that's another thing. I will start doing more personal recording, if you like, when I go to these places, because my intention is to do recording for all the roads we're on, the hotels we stay at, which did start on that trip, by the way, but it didn't last for long because it soon became evident that they didn't want to get involved, basically, and they didn't want to spend the time making my videos for me, which is fine. So hence is the reason why I'll be doing it on my own from now on. Thank you. There we go. Okay, right, I'm going to get these dogs home. I'm going to go on for a coffee and I'll speak to you later. Have a nice day. If you're liking my videos, please help us out and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Drop a comment, good or bad, doesn't matter. Because look, you get a bad comment and then this is what happens. Look, you get to look at my ugly mug. Big T, signing out. Speak to you later. Bye.